welcome to the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world show made for the fans by a fan. I am your host, as always, Richard Tiemann. This is the award-winning Fan Show. You're listening to the home of all things football and nonsense. Everyone is a fan of something, and we have something for every fan, including you football fans. We are still live and on location, Virginia Beach at the beautiful Founders Inn, and we continue our AFE, American Football Events Team USA Player Spotlight series that we're doing. This is actually part 3, and I again have another great collection of player spotlights. The next trio up, James Greene, Jarvis Neal, and Donavan Harper. These guys really have a lot of great, unique personalities. There's some real characters out there on the field, and I cannot wait to call this game. Kickoff is Saturday, 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. There is a link to the live stream provided on the Team USA AFE All-American Bowl group event, as well as their Facebook page. So if you guys are free and want to watch some good old-fashioned All-American football, 11 on 11 outdoor in beautiful Virginia Beach, Virginia, I suggest you go ahead and you find that page, you click that link, and you set an alert on your phone. So without further ado or any more delay, the next 3 gentlemen that I had the pleasure of speaking with earlier today. All right, from the Founders Inn, Virginia Beach, I'm joined by James Greene. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. It's I can't complain. Look, I just got done talking to Rashad Harris, who's from here, and he says it's still a vacation, though, because he's got 4 days off of work, but he's from here. And I said, I imagine that's a similar feeling to the guys that live in those destination cities, and tourists come in all the time, and they're all excited. And they're just like, man, this is just another Tuesday for me. But I'm from Spokane, Washington, and so this is beautiful. This has been great. Where are you from?
I'm from Georgetown, South Carolina, but I reside in Columbia, South Carolina.
So this is not completely fish out of water. I mean, it's just up the coast from you, right?
Yeah, it's maybe a 5.5 to 6 hour drive.
Okay, that's the difference between Spokane and Seattle. So I get what that's like. How have you been enjoying your time so far this week?
Oh man, it's been completely nice. I've enjoyed every second of it. I came in a little late due to work, but ever since I've been here, I've been having a great time, especially with the community event that we did earlier. It just the joy that it brought to everybody. That's what it's all about. So I've enjoyed it.
You guys have had a full 24 hours for to kind of get the feeling back, get the group back. So you had a sort of icebreaker last night with the meet and greet, and then of course the dance off with the team. You guys got your jerseys, lights out, and then this morning practice, and then come back, community events, some free time, maybe some pool time, and then we're gonna have another, I think, team building event tonight. So you guys have gone through all the motions. How you feeling going into to Friday, and then of course the big game Saturday?
So far I feel like we're gelling pretty good. The rookies meeting the vets. Unfortunately I wasn't able to make it last night, but I'm familiar with. This isn't my first event, so I'm familiar with the icebreaker. I've done the dance off. So yeah. And of course they post the video. So for those who couldn't make it, they were there,
So you didn't really miss the dance.
Right. That's exactly right.
You got to see everybody else embarrass themselves. And you're like, I didn't have to do that this time. What event will this be for you? What number?
Well, with Team USA, this will be my 3rd. Playing with Coach G, this will be my 7th.
Okay. We've had a guy say that this is going to be his 8th event, so I'm looking for somebody that can break that record. So it hasn't happened yet. You came close saying that you played with Coach G for 7 events.
Right.
What is it about that man that just draws athletes to him?
So the first time I played with him, just his professionalism, his drive, his commitment, how he motivates his players. What I admire the most, he's a man of God, and that sticks out the most. So just implementing that into football and to be able to, because we only have 2 days of practice and then we have game day. So for him to be able to get a group of guys from all over the country, bring them in and formulate an offense/defense to execute in 2 days. That's pretty amazing. And he's been doing it longer than 7 years, but just the time that I've spent with him and played under him, I mean, it's been a complete joy playing with him. And he does it every time. Every event, you have new people and you have vets. So he'll bring some vets back, and he'll also have some new guys. And he's just expanding this brotherhood, and I love it.
What's it like having a guy who will be real with you? I heard him say that a couple of times. He's like, I'm going to be real with you. This is your next level. Like, this is as good as it will get. I mean, you guys are obviously here for a reason. You've enjoyed your time with AFE or Coach G like you have. But, I mean, is there a certain level of respect that's earned with the guy who's going to level with you and make sure that there's no BS, no sugarcoating it?
Of course. It doesn't matter if you're a rookie or a veteran. He treats you the same way. And he'll be straight up. And like I said, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie or a veteran. He treats everybody the same. And he shows no favoritism. So that's why I respect him the most. You could have been playing with him for 20 years and you have someone playing with him for 2 years. There's no sugarcoating on the field. There's no favoritism. If you can play, you'll play. If you mess up, he's going to tell you messed up, but he's also going to tell you how to make it right. And that comes with everybody. And for him to say this is our next level, he's telling the absolute truth, because for a lot of guys, this is the next level. And just the professionalism, and he's preparing you, because if you get to experience football in other areas, he's preparing you for that, whether you're playing or coaching.
There's a lot of guys I've talked to that have mentioned, the organization of this organization and the event. And I said, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of organizations or events out there that will try to make things look better than they are with big production, or swag or accessories. But organization, hands down, key, especially when you have so many moving parts. All the different guys are supposed to be like, 64 of you out there.
Right.
But, for a lot of the players individually, they've said they've come here to try to give back, specifically with, like, the community events.
Right.
And to that I asked them, what is it that football has given you in life that you feel you need to give back to with that?
Well, football has given me just a second family, just giving me motivation to be better, because for a lot of guys, they have careers. So, especially being a part of this organization, football has given me drive to want to be better in all the areas in my life. And Coach G has done a great job in instilling that in his players, and even in his coaching staff, and even in the fans, and even with the communities that we do things with. He just gives that drive, and every time, just to see the joy on their face, it makes sense why he does the things that he does. He says it's bigger than football, and he's telling the truth. This is bigger than just a football game on Saturday at 6 o'clock. This is about what we did with the community today. This is about what we'll do tomorrow, and every event that we go to, just touching everybody who we come in contact with. And again, it just gives us another family. For a lot of guys, this is the only family. So football gives us a lot, and ultimately it just gives us a blueprint for success.
Speaking of that family, and I did not mean to snort just then. That was Anyway, speaking of family, you guys are going to play against your family Saturday.
Yeah.
First time ever that it's going to be. Congratulations, you played yourself. As DJ Khaled would say.
Right.
But it's not like that. It's this is the first time we take Team USA. We split it up into two, and now you guys have a scrimmage. But the competitive level that I'm hearing from you guys, it's way more than just like another day or a glorified practice. Like, there's bragging rights. There's competitions amongst yourselves. What is it for you? What does Saturday mean for you, playing against guys that are your family?
I would say the same thing. The competitiveness is going to be very intense. We know how each other plays, so we know what to expect. We know this is not just a regular game. Yes, there are bragging rights involved. It's going to be taken to a whole nother level, because when we play other teams, even though we don't necessarily know what to expect, we know what we're capable of. So we're playing against guys who know what we're capable of. So it just, it's the focus level will be that much greater. The intensity will be that much greater. The competitiveness will be that much better. And the game overall would just be that this will probably be one of the best games for Team USA.
That's awesome, man. For you, what is a feeling that you want to leave that field with on Saturday, whether it's joy, accomplishment, pride maybe? Like, is there a feeling that you look to take away from each time you step out and then back off that field?
Whenever I leave the field, I want to know that I put everything into every play from whistle to whistle. Ultimately, I think that's every player's goal to strive for. Of course, mistakes are made in the game, but when the clock hits 0, you want to make sure that you left everything on the field, and ultimately you want to be proud of that, and you want everyone to be able to say he gave his all.
That's awesome, man. You going to give your all?
I am. And some.
Well, I will be on the call for your family and friends back home. First time I've done play-by-play commentary, and I got to say, getting to know you guys, it's really an honor for me to be the voice on this event for you guys. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Have fun out there. Thank you so much for your time.
We appreciate you.
All right. All right, from the Founders Inn in Virginia Beach, joined by Jarvis Neal. How you doing, man?
I'm all right. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. And it was an exciting day one, officially. You guys have kind of gone through all the motions now. So you had the meet and greet last night,
right.
Kind of the ice-breaking team activity,
right.
Lights out, wake up, breakfast buffet, practice,
right.
Community event, and then some free time.
Right.
And now we're right back to where we're going to go do probably another team building exercise. How you feel now that you've gotten, run through all the motions, you got that feeling back in your system?
It feels good. I mean, I got a chance to mingle with a lot of really all of the players. We had practice. It was pretty fun out there. We got to see what a lot of guys can do, and a lot of guys got to show what they can do as well. And it was just fun. Even going through competing against one another, that's always fun with me.
And what are you hoping to do this week and, of course, Saturday during the game?
I'm hoping to definitely show what I can do. That's what I'm hoping to do. And like I said, always just meeting new people and having great relationships. I know Coach G, he was talking about that yesterday, how people would meet each other here, teammates would meet each other here, and now they're, godparents to their kids and their best mans and their weddings. And I love meeting new people. I'm a friendly guy, so I look forward to that.
I get that vibe from you. Is this your first AFE event?
Right.
All right, so we finally have a rookie then. There's a guy that I talked to earlier who this is going to be his 8th event, and nobody's been able to break that record. But nobody has also said that this is their first. This is their second for one other individual. But as a rookie then, like what are some of the similarities and differences as far as a rookie experience anywhere else compared to here?
To here, there is really not a lot of there's not a lot of I guess you can say, what's the word? It's not a lot of, I guess, you there's a lot of seniority, but there's not a lot of favoritism. Like, everybody definitely gets an equal shot to show what they can do. And then at the end of the day, they put the best 11 on the field. And even when you do put the best 11 on the field, you still get a chance to show what you can do versus other organizations that I've been with. A lot of them, once you show what they can do, or once they show what they can do, or once they have their minds already made up before you come in, I mean, it's kind of, they already have their mind made up. So it's like, okay, I've definitely got to work twice as hard as this guy if I want to take his spot or something like that. But here it's not like that. Everybody gets a fair shot. Everybody has their slate clean, no matter if you've been here before or not. everybody has their slate clean, and you pretty much got to work just as hard as the rookie. Even if you have been here 8 years, you're in the same spot as if you were a rookie. So we're all working hard, yeah.
Fair enough, man, and it's good to hear that there's such a fresh perspective for everybody, a really level playing field. What brought you to AFE?
Marlon Richardson. He's a really good friend of mine. I met him when I came home from college. When I came home from college, I started playing a little bit of semi-pro in Houston, and he coached against me. And when he coached against me, he came off to be a really, really great guy. And me and him have kept a steady relationship ever since. We've kept that friendship solid. And when I heard about it, I initially heard about it at first, but I didn't really think too much into it. But then it wasn't until maybe about a month ago when Marlon reached out to me and he was like, "Hey, you should try it out." So that's when I started looking at the videos and I started seeing the community events and stuff like that. And I was like, I think I would be interested in doing something like that. So I literally got my invitation maybe 3 weeks ago, and then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Organizations like this, in my mind, because I cover a lot of semi-pro football, semi-pro to professional indoor arena leagues like that. Mm-hmm. And the one thing that they all have in common is that they can have the right concept and a great idea, right, but their execution, that's another story. Right. I've listened to every guy before you talk about one of the reasons they keep coming back to AFE is because of how well run this organization is. Exactly. And for you, being out there, I don't know how many other semi-pro leagues or teams or things at different levels that you've participated in, but how important is organization and the flow of things when you do something like this?
Organization is definitely important because you got guys from here, you got guys from, I think he said 15 or 16 different states, and we're leaving our families. And we're coming based off of what you said, what your word was. So with that, I mean, you're definitely expecting for everything to be as it was said. And with the other organizations that I was with, like in college, I played at the University of Missouri. So I'm used to organization. I'm used to that type of organization in high school. We were one of the top schools in Texas. So I'm used to that type of organization. I was on a practice squad for the Falcons. I'm used to that type of situation. So with the AFE, it really, I don't know. I think the AFE is definitely up there with those guys, if not number one, to be honest. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Does it make you gun shy participating in something like this, knowing that there's such a lack of organization and flow out there? And did you have to take more than just somebody's word for it to actually come and give this one a shot?
Right. I most definitely had to do my research. Anything that I do, I was always taught, my mom always taught me, before you do something, do your research. Before you go and dive into something, do your research. Because you never know, like, even though it may seem one way to one person, and it might have been some type of way for one person, it might be something different for you, because everything's not meant to be the same for everybody. Everybody's different. So with that being said, I had to do my research. I did my research. Like I said, I got my invitation about 3 weeks ago, and I took a full week and a half, almost maybe a little longer than that, to really dive in and see what it was about. I reached out to Marlon. He gave me, the rundown of what I needed to know, what I needed to do, what I needed to expect, what I could expect. I would watch the videos, and mainly, the videos were powerful to me. It's not just on the football, because football will take care of itself, but just the community events, those were very powerful to me. So, I love doing community stuff like that. Back home, I do community stuff. I have a movement now called Got Something to Prove, which is also a clothing brand, and that's strictly for the community back home in Houston. So when I heard something like this that could help the community, I'm always for helping anybody, even if I don't know you. I want to see. I think everybody needs some type of help in every type of way, in any kind of way. Whether it may not be financial, it may not be physically, emotionally, mentally. Everybody could use a little bit of help.
What's the one thing that you want to take away from this weekend, whether it be a feeling, a sense of accomplishment, just making sure that you put your best out there? I mean, of all the goals, number one goal going into Saturday, and you have to check it off before you leave.
Into the actual game?
Yeah.
Just that camaraderie from the brotherhood. Because I already feel it. I've only been here barely 24 hours, and I already feel the brotherhood in the meetings and everywhere. Everybody treats me as if they've been knowing me for years. So just I'm looking to take away. It's off the field. I'm looking to take away just great relationships with guys. A second family, like Roman said last night, like a second family. But as far as on the field, to be honest, I'm looking to dominate. Just being honest, I'm looking to dominate. As everybody should. Everybody should have that mentality. If not, then you might as well not play tomorrow. But I think everybody should have that mentality. But that's definitely mine. I'm looking to dominate tomorrow. I'm looking to win, and shake hands after the game. And everything just kind of is good after that. That's what I'm hoping. I want to win. Outside of my personal goal, I want to win. That's what I love winning. That's
no better feeling than winning.
Yeah,
right?
I hate losing. I'm a sore loser.
So is this because you guys are playing each other?
Right.
Is this even if you lose, you still win, or is it's
Oh,
something a little different? No.
Nah, we're
You
a
lose,
team.
you lose.
Yeah, you lose, you lose. They'll forever, whatever team wins, they'll forever have bragging rights. Because, like I said, this is a brotherhood. So once if your brother beats you in something, he'll probably never let you live that down, right? So if they beat us or we beat them, we'll never let them live that down, and vice versa. So yeah, it's the same thing. It'll probably never change. So even at the other events, the next games that we have and stuff like that, they're gonna bring it up. I'm pretty sure it's gonna get brought up at some point, and it's just gonna keep eating at you and eating at you until we end up playing each other again, and then you beat them. So yeah, we gotta win.
Well, here's the bragging rights, man. I really appreciate your time.
No problem.
And continuing our player spotlight interviews, day 2, depending on what part this airs with. I'm here with Donavan Harper. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you, sir?
Doing pretty good, man. It's early, but I'm here. I'm
Yeah.
ready. It's day 2 for you guys. How you feel after day 1?
I'm sore.
Sore?
I'm sore.
Just a little bit, or a lot of it?
No, my back is tore up.
Your back?
Yeah, it's okay.
Because you're D lineman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So AFE, we've got the All-American Bowl. You guys playing against each other. How you feel about that as like opportunity and a challenge?
It's different. It's good. I get to play against my brothers, but I know a lot of their mindset and their skill set. So it's gonna be a challenge. I'm not worried about anybody. Probably one person. So
Does the trash talk get any different? Does it get more personal?
I don't know. We're gonna see on Saturday. We've been nice to each other the last day or so.
I was thinking about that last night when I went to bed listening back to some of the interviews, and I forgot to ask. I was just like, so trash talk, you guys know each other on a personal level. Is anything off limits? I
don't know. I don't think all the Detroit guys that rolled together, we've been talking crazy to each other.
That's fair, man. So what event will this be for you?
My third event.
Third event?
Yeah.
And how do you like AFE?
I love it, man. I always hope to come back, man. I get my sponsors together before the event come, and I call Miss Sandy, and I jump right on it. I don't waste no time.
Who's scarier to talk to, Coach G or Sandy?
Probably Sandy.
You didn't even hesitate.
I talked to Coach G about 4 times, after the game's over with. Talked to G about some other stuff, and I seen him in Florida when we played in a bowl game to Orlando Phantom. So I seen him. I talk. It's easy. I call G right now if I needed to.
It's one of those things where they're just like, I don't know, go talk to Coach G about it. And you're like, all right, I'm on it. Or, I don't know, I have to talk to Sandy about it. Damn.
Yeah. If he's like, call Sandy, I'm like, oh, can I just tell you? You right there.
Is it one of those conversations where you start out, okay, Sandy, now first of all, I apologize.
Yeah, you got to. That's how I got to start. That means you did something and you ain't listen. And now she got to fix whatever you done did or something. I think we all did it.
Coach G runs a pretty tight ship around here, and a lot of the guys seem to like that about this event.
Yeah.
How important is not only a schedule, but adhering to that and making sure that things go the way that they're supposed to when it comes to investing this much time in something?
Well, it just holds you to accountability. It holds you to, you take this home. You be on time for things. You be on time. I believe if you on time, you always on time. People that show up late, I mean, they've been late for a long time. And it's getting people out of that semi-pro habit of that this is just, we just doing this for fun. Like, this is, I've seen a lot of people go to the next level off playing with this. So it's good. I like it. I like the structure of it.
So what does Saturday mean for you? Like, what are you hoping to take away from it? Is it more reps, exposure, opportunity, just another day with the boys?
A little bit of everything. More reps. I love the game. I don't know when I'm going to be done playing, but I want to play every moment like it's my last. And, you know, it's good to travel. You know, we get to go farther. I get to meet new people because they always bring on new rookies. So it's good to meet new people, see where different people are from and how they style of football and they style of trash talking because everybody don't talk the same.
That's very true. Not everybody talks the same. What's PG-13 version of the best trash talk that you've got or that you've heard?
PG-13? I don't know. I guess because I'm fat. I don't know. That's
really?
about
They
it.
pick on your weight, man?
Yeah, that's about it. Ain't
Wow.
PG-13, it get nasty on the line.
I bet it does, man. I could only imagine. The line needs to be mic'd up all the time, and that's
we
like
should.
The bonus, director's cut edition that
Yeah,
you get.
the line should be always be mic'd up. It get bad down there. We can talk about people, mamas, cousins. Ain't nothing off limits.
How long you been in the game for?
I've been playing semi-pro maybe like 6 years.
6 years.
And then play high school, college, and then been doing this.
Various levels. I imagine at this point it'd be fair to say that you've just about heard it all when it comes to trash talk on the line. But was there anything that you thought you'd heard it all, and then you heard it, and you were just like, "That really just happened"? Like, does stuff still surprise you?
I say some pretty raunchy stuff. I think I surprise people. I don't know if I can say that. I'm not gonna say. I don't want to get nobody in trouble. But I used to say some raunchy stuff, especially on the D line. Man, I name people after diseases and all types of stuff. Man, I just try to throw them off their game and I just yell out stupid stuff. And just
Oh, that's good, man. That's funny. For you, when it's all said and done Saturday, and you guys win or lose, what's the one feeling that you want? Is it feeling of accomplishment, joy, just getting the job done? Like, if you had to sum it up, and I want this feeling when I walk off that field Saturday.
I want the feeling like I gave it my all. I did what I was supposed to do. They didn't pick a lot of people from Michigan, obviously, so I'm happy to be a part of that. So at least I want to give my best effort, and all the training that I had from all the different players and all the different coaches. At least I want to show that I learned and I did what I was supposed to do. And
so you want to feel like you represented well?
Yeah, I definitely want to feel like I represented and put on for my state. It's definitely my area. They're some big boys and they talk big and we go hard in Detroit.
There's a lot of different leagues, a lot of different opportunities to play as a professional, maybe even get paid as a professional. I've talked to a lot of guys that have come from events like this. They'll go to indoor and arena ball for a little bit, and then some of them just got called up to the Arena Football League, and they're making some good paychecks.
Yeah.
For you, how do you make the most of an opportunity like this Saturday? Because you guys are playing each other.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a scrimmage, but at the same time, it's not. You guys are uber competitive, and you guys really want to get your best. So how do you personally make sure that you're taking advantage of what this is to you?
The exposure from you guys, from Coach G. I didn't know how involved they were until I got to Florida, and I seen all the people. I said, man, you guys down here too? So, yeah, we run these events too, and just getting the opportunity to play for different teams out of state. I traveled like 2 or 3 teams already this year. I already went to Texas and Mexico and go play, and been to Orlando to go play with different teams just from working with Coach G and just being around this organization. So it's helped me get to different levels, not even just different levels of football, but just life period, work, just the different guys that I meet downstairs within the work that we do outside of here.
And where would you like to see yourself? Maybe not at the end of this year, but in the next, couple years, however long you think you have left in football. You want to make it to, another league, get paid well, a championship. I mean, where do you see yourself?
Definitely want to get another championship. I want to do that. Hopefully play some arena ball. And if not, man, I'm okay. There's no, get there. If I don't, I play good. I play collegiate. I play high school. I don't know how much time I got left on my body. I'm 27, so.
But for now, you're a Team USA All-Star,
Yes,
part
sir.
of the national side.
Yes,
You're going to
sir.
go out there. You're going to hit your friends.
Yes, sir.
You're
I
going to
am.
hit them hard.
No mercy. And there's going to be a lot of trash talking on the way back home because we all got to ride together. And they on the other team.
Well, I will be on the call. First time doing play-by-play commentary, so it's been
Yes,
a
sir.
real treat to get to know you guys,
Yes,
so
sir.
that I can call you guys accurately and have some fun with it. You guys won't be able to hear me, but your friends and family back home will. So I hope
Okay.
to call you guys well, and good luck out there.
No problem. Thank you. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
Do you remember the time that Mark Sanchez ran into his own player's butt? That was funny sports.
Thank you for having me on the show, man. I love the Fan Show.